corner, so to get badness.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning in to On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise for the Most High Creator, for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. I don't know how much more I can stress the importance of the preservation of life to these criminal elements who are hell-bent in wreaking havoc in our dearly beloved island home, Jamaica. Now, over the weekend again, the East Kingston community of Burgher Gully was rocked with murders. Boy, may I tell you. So I don't know how to come to this morning and even say Happy Emancipation Day. It's posted on the screen, but there's nothing happy about this day because we have yet to truly emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. As the late great Robert Nesta Marley clearly stated, none but ourselves can free our minds. Yeah, man, and I'm telling you, a lot of us is trapped in that state of mental slavery. Now, before we get into this morning's story, I'm posting this picture on your screen. This 8-year-old child who is no longer among the land of the living. I just want to take this time out to offer my most sincere condolences to the bereaved families of this child. It just pains my heart to the deepest core every time one of our nation's most vulnerable loses their lives to the callousness of these criminal elements. These old dirty corner boy, where some of you out there still continue to back. Now, over the weekend, this child's life was taken in the Burgher Gully community of East Kingston, which has left the entire community crippled with fear and, of course, anguish. But not just the fact that the child lost his life, but also another innocent bystander lost his life in that mayhem. Now me I gotta get into the official media report. Then of course we are gonna get into the meat of the matter of it all, so you can understand what really took place out there and how it took place and how it ended. Now to the media release. It states that the police are probing a double knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of 2 in the Burgher Gully community of East Kingston Sunday night. The police report suggests that sometime after 10 p.m., gunmen struck in the community and opened fire at a house, hitting the occupants. Now, information reaching On The Spot News Media is that a man and an 8-year-old child was taken out in those hail of bullets. The man have since been identified as Joel, but more popularly known as Cam Cam in the community, whilst the child have been identified as DJ Dawes. So DJ is the child's first name. I watched a video of the mother's account of what happened. And I'm telling you, my friends, that definitely curls my inside. It just make me feel a way I'm just so angry and bitter against the evil adversary of our society. The ones who are hell-bent in continuing to wreak havoc in these poor communities. It just saddens my heart when I heard that mother bawl out. She can't believe DJ is no longer with us. Now let me get into the whole thing so we can get a better understanding of what took place. Now, this new developing war, well, it not developed, it has already developed into a full-blown war in a Burgher Gully right there. So now this ongoing gang war is not between rival factions. This one in particular is an internal gang war between men from 17 Lane. Now, the 17 Lane community falls under the control of what them would call bottom Burgher. So you have top Burgher Gully and bottom Burgher Gully. So 17 Lane fall under the control of bottom Burgher. But this time, it is definitely not between top and bottom as we have all used to. This time, I just 17 Lane man a clap can pan each other. So Sunday night now, going into Monday morning, a faction from the 17 Lane attack another faction from the said 17 Lane, taking the life of this man presently on your screen known as Joel, but more popularly known in the community as Cam Cam. Now, Joel went to the community to bury his father. His father is the older standing in the picture. Now, he buried his father on Saturday and only to lose his life on Sunday. Now, on the spot news media get to understand that his younger brother was the intended target of that brutal attack. And from all indications, the younger brother is quite mixed up in a lot of what is happening in that community. Now, the 8-year-old was basically, sad to say, a casualty of war. The 8-year-old was not intentionally conned up, even though he was intentionally conned up, if you get what I'm saying. Because firing indiscriminately, knowing fully well that there's children behind those zinc fences, and they were repeatedly told by adults crying and beckoning to them that there's children behind those fences. So those criminal elements that carried out that brutal and deadly attack knew for sure that kids were behind those zinc fences in those yards. Some may be saying, but on the spot you see after 10 the knockings and clappings go on. So why the kids are outside? The kids were not on the road, they were in their yard. School holiday and it's the weekend. So of course, if 1 and 2 like a picnic in a them yard, nothing wrong with that. But what really take place now, my peeps, is that some juvenile will come from Homestead Road, gave a faction of the 17 Lane community a hand in the war. And guess what happened now? 2 of them get dashed away. Yeah, man, into the wee hours of Monday morning. So what really go on is that I stated earlier that 2 from Homestead Road come give the man them a strength from one faction of the 17 Lane. Now, both bodies of the 2 was found off Mountain Avenue, but more so in the community of Vineyard Town. Lifeless. The man them deal with them a certain type of way. Yeah, man. So my peeps, the thing get grimier as I continue. Now on your screen is the two criminal elements whose bodies were found along Glendale Avenue in the Vineyard Town community. The deceased has since been identified as Kaleem Campbell, otherwise known as Kutchie in the streets, said to be 19 years of age. He's from the Homestead community, as I stated earlier. The next youth is known as Maro Lawrence, otherwise known as Maro in the criminal underworld. Still a young youth, just a shy older. He's said to be 21 years of age. He's also of a Homestead Road address in East Kingston. So what really take place now is that residents saw a grey Nissan Tida motor car. They never get to capture the registration plate nor anything because everything happens so fast. And also a blue and yellow Jamco motorcycle. They never get the particulars either. As I stated, everything happens so fast. The residents saw them speeding along Glendale Avenue and heading in the opposite directions after the occupants of the said motor car threw two large white knitted bags along the roadway with what appeared to be human bodies. So the people them say, yo, how them thing they tie up and look that way there. They look like a smaddy wrap up in a them. So immediately they contacted the police. And a police patrol team was sent to the area to make checks. So on the arrival of the police team, the police saw the bags and checked the bags and found the bags to contain the bodies of the two men posted on your screen. Now the deceased men had a whole heap of corn up wounds to their upper bodies and head. And of course their heads was also wrapped in plastic. The man them beat them before them can them. Yeah, man. Now, the one we name Omario, his hands was bound behind him with an electrical cord. The bodies were taken to the Kingston Public Hospital where they were pronounced you know what. Now, I'm pretty sure now wonder where them two youth there have to do with the little youth will lose him 3 pints and the man will come bury him father. We are talking about DJ and Cam. Now them two old dirty kind of boy was the trigger men in that particular knockings and clappings. But guess what now? One may be asking why them get shub out. Them get shub out because it was unsanctioned by the ones set above them, the upper echelon in the criminal underworld. Them man they never sanction it and 2 innocent people end up losing 3 pints, to include that of a child. So the big man them basically vex and the fact that them end up lose them life. That was sanctioned from the man them we are run the ground from in the United States of America. It never come from the man them we are run the ground at Jamaica because the finances of the gang is in the United States of America. For those who have been watching on the Spot News Media for quite some time, I've covered many stories on East Kingston. So if you go back and watch some of them there, that involves Burgher Gully, Base One, all of them knockings and clappings there, when we get a better understanding of who is those upper echelons. Now the one in the red t-shirt, that is the son of a top knockers and clappers out there in East Kingston known as Rooster. All original persons from East Kingston definitely know. So Rooster was a top lieutenant of a certain man. Yeah, man. So right now, my peeps, the thing grimy and gloomy in those communities. So them two old dirty kind of boy there go do the dirt and get shub out quick and fast. So karma definitely was swift in its action. Now I'm pretty sure now, my peeps, one may be wondering what really caused that internal gang war at 17 lane. Now the war that caused from a man. But me I got definitely get more information from the person so me can tie it in the right way. So me not got say much about that person as yet. But the war basically caused from that man who take himself some years ago and basically start scam. So he make a bag of money and buy a portion to strap and carry them go arms up one section of 17 lane. Now the next section decides say yo, a war for full control over the lane. So me know by now, we still a wait and a wonder. So we Jughead have to do with all of this. The fact that I posted something about Jughead in the front before the intro. Now ironically, the two old dirty kind of boy them, where them find tie up and wrap up over there in a vineyard town, are from the Homestead area, as I stated, and they are friends with the infamous Jughead. So I'm pretty sure, even though from the last time I blast him not too there at Homestead since then, Jughead we know say I don't slip that road. You're the most of the time, which runs off Windward Road for those who needs to know. But I'm pretty sure that the influence of Jughead looms somewhere in the mix of it all. So Jughead, the eyes of On The Spot News Media, is still on you. So again, my peeps, I just want to take this time out to again state my most sincere condolences to the bereaved families for DJ, the 8-year-old, and also Joel, but more popularly known as Cam Cam, we come bury him father Saturday and end up losing life Sunday. Really sad, my peeps. Really sad. But for what it's worth, my peeps, happy Emancipation Day. But I'm saying that only for the deserving. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in a subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.